Hey guys, Brady here with the Random Woodworker. This is my wife, Anna.
Hey guys, how are you?
What? How are they? Oh, okay. Today I'm going to go over Formby's tung oil finish. This is a high gloss finish. I'm going to go over the pros and cons of this, and from that point I'll rate it from A to F. See if you guys would like to use it or not use it. Compare it with some spray, different kind of spray lacquer, stuff like that. Get a sample piece of wood. I'm going to go over. The wife's going to put some gloves on and put it on a piece of pine and show you how it works. And we got a project that I already finished, and we'll show you how it comes out. All right, she's going to pour a little bit on
Should I
the
pour
rag.
it on the wood or on the rag?
Either way.
Okay. Is that too much?
Yeah, now rub it in. Okay, now she's rubbing this in. You got to actually rub it in for a couple minutes. Okay, you notice she's rubbed this in. You want to let it sit a couple hours. Now, if you look, there's not much of a shine on this at all. Even though it's high gloss, it usually takes anywhere from 3 to maybe 6 coats every hour or so to get a lesser shine on this. And I'll show you this. I have a sled over here and a candle holder that is done. So let me get that for you. All right, here's the candle holder. This has been, this had 4 coats of your tung oil on it. I don't know if you want to zoom up closer on this or not, but it'll show the luster it does have after 4 coats. If you want a higher gloss, you want to wet sand it gently with 400, put another coat on it, another coat, depending on how many coats it'll turn into glass if you got like 10 coats on this. So
looks nice.
That's that.
Very nice.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Then here's the sled I built. All right, now it has 4 coats on this, and it's not as shiny because it's so increment. It's really hard to get the coats to stick to this because it's so hard to do.
How many coats did you put
This
in it,
has
lady?
4 on this one.
4 and 4?
Yeah,
Okay.
but notice this ain't as shiny as that.
Because of
now,
the
I don't know if you
size.
guys can see it on camera or not. But
Because of the size?
well, that is really hard because of all the little angles and stuff. It's really hard to get this stuff to work. But when you come to using this, I think it's great because we're just wiping it on and let it sit. Now, if you use a spray gun, of course, now you got to fill the spray gun up. You're shooting the lacquer on. You're not going to get every little cranny sometimes because you're shooting it on with, you know, the air gun and the lacquer gun itself.
Most of it land on the table, or on you.
Yeah, a lot of it goes in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to clean your spray gun afterwards. Now, you can buy lacquer in a spray can. I've used it. I don't like it that much. But when it comes to this versus what you put in a spray gun, I would rate this probably as a B. From A to F, I'd rate it as a B. Simple fact is I wouldn't give it an A because you got to put so many coats on it. You know, it's 4, maybe 8 coats, depending how shiny you want it. But now if you look at this, here's 1 coat. And if you noticed, it really did nothing. Okay?
Slight
now
shine. There's a slight shine.
A little bit, but it sealed it off. That first coat does seal the wood. Second coat seals it better. Then, of course, down the road, it starts getting a shine, better shine each time. And that's why I use high gloss. They got semi-gloss, but you might use 20 coats to get it shiny. It depends if you want it real shiny or not. You put more coats on it.
So how many? How far does this one container go? How many things of wood can you coat with that?
Well, it's quite a bit. This is half full now, and I've done about 15 projects on it.
That's pretty good.
Okay, wear gloves. And you can use, I don't like to use paper towel, but you can use it. Use a lint-free rag when you're putting this stuff on. Let it sit for 2 or 3 hours, then go back, put another coat on, 2 or 3 hours, another coat. If you let it sit for 24 hours, then you have to wet sand it. All right, this can here is around $10. Like I said, it goes for like 40 or so projects about this size. The advantage of this versus your spray gun or spray can is that this you wipe on with gloves, and when you're done, you take your gloves off, and you're all cleaned up for the day. Where if you're using a spray gun that you have at home, now you got to clean all the parts out and everything else. Of course, it's about $15 a quart. Now, like I said, it goes in the air, where here this doesn't. So you're using quite a bit more by spraying it versus wiping it down. Now, they do have other types of tung oil. This is made to dry, where it doesn't feel oily when you're done. They have other tung oils out there that actually do not dry. They sit on there, and it's kind of like an oil-based finish. So when you touch it, you can feel the oil. So
And creates
it's up
little
to
bubbles, little bubbles, and hair is easy to attach to it. That's why I don't like using it.
Oh, because it never dries? Yeah, that makes sense too.
Very sticky.
Whatever dust and stuff will stick to it over time because it always has that oil feel to it. Why do people want the oil feel? Because it never gets dull, for one. It'll always stay nice and shiny. But you got the issue of lint and stuff sticking to it. So I like this because it actually dries. It'll take 2 or 3 days for it to seal itself all the way.
But this is what you get afterwards.
Yeah, it takes 2 or 3 days of drying, but by that time it is ready to go. You can handle it, or if you're selling the product, you can ship it out, stuff like that. All right, let me summarize again. I kind of went over all of it, but why I like this versus a spray. First of all, this is wipe on, walk away, take off the gloves, you're done, the cleaning's done. I like that versus taking a spray gun and have to clean it each time. Now remember, if you use a spray gun, you're spraying this, you got to wait an hour or two before you spray it again. That gun sometimes plugs up.
You have to clean it in between.
Yeah, so you have to clean that in between, the tips of the spray gun. So you have that disadvantage versus just wipe it on and throw your gloves away. Shine. This is, let's say 8 coats versus 8 coats of spray. Probably close to the same shine if you got semi-gloss or high gloss. So your advantage there is about the same. But the main thing I use this for is because of the cleanup. Okay, it's great. When it comes to cleanup, you take the gloves off, walk away, and that is it.
They're more expensive than the other high gloss?
Well, they get a little more on the other stuff. You're $15 for a quart. This is $10 for half a quart. But, like I said, a lot of this goes in the air, so you're losing a lot of it.
You lose a lot of it.
Okay, the cons of the Tung oil would be that it's harder to get into the cracks versus a spray lacquer. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.